In case you missed out on the major local and international news updates within the week, worry no more because we've got you covered. Join us on First Next News for a complete highlight of important stories from Nigeria and around the world. You can follow us on our YouTube channel at First Next News for full news reports. Hello everyone, a very pleasant day to you. Here are the top stories. These are: Buhari's loyalists back Atiku dump APC for ADC ahead of 2027 election. Rivers community breathed sigh of relief over reinstatement of Governor Fubara. Resolutions of the Rivers State House of Assemblies at its first legislative sitting of the third section. On the foreign scene, Erica Kirk named CEO of Turning Point USA. A very good day to you and welcome to First Next News. I am Becky Usoro. Now the news in details. Some loyalists of former President Muhammadu Buhari has declared their support for former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, signaling cracks within the All Progressives Congress APC. The declaration was made on Wednesday at a private meeting in Abuja. State Chairman of the defunct Congress for Progressive Change CPC, Buhari's original political platform gathered at Atiku's residence to chart a new course. Atiku, who is spearheading efforts to build a broad coalition under the African Democratic Congress ADC, hosted the delegation. The CPC plug, long regarded as Buhari's most loyal political base, accused the current administration of abandoning the ideals that brought the APC to power in 2015. He stated, "You see me? I don't need to tell you I'm CPC. If you see former Attorney General Malami, former Kaduna Governor El-Rufai, and others who worked closely with President Buhari, you don't need to be told they are CPC. Then you can compare this with the faces you see now in positions of power." In his response, Atiku welcomed the move, describing it as a step towards building a formidable alliance capable of challenging the APC's dominance. His words, "I'm particularly delighted to receive you today. This meeting represents a continuation of your journey and your struggles. I believe that with your support, we will be able to translate this journey into success. We'll also work to form government that reflects the vision of inclusivity and service to the people, a government responsible to the needs of ordinary citizens and committed to peace and unity across Nigeria." Moving on to Rivers State, the atmosphere in Rivers State was palpably upbeat yesterday as residents welcomed the return of Governor Siminalayi Fubara to the government house. First Next News correspondent was on ground to cover the development and spoke with various stakeholders, including traditional leaders, youth groups, and well-meaning individuals.
All right, we are live here at the government house, Port Harcourt, where we are expecting the arrival of the executive governor of Rivers State, talking about Sir Siminalayi Fubara, whose suspension was lifted yesterday by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I have here people, of course they are dancing, the environment is fine. We have people who are coming in, the environment is so nice, everybody is so happy to expect the governor back to office after 6 months. Of course, he has been away for 6 months. Look at how many people have people right here in the government house in Port Harcourt or Rivers State. We have people, we have women, we have the youth, we have cultural groups, they are all dancing and waiting the arrival of the executive governor of the state. Just stay tuned to First Next News Port Harcourt to follow this channel and then get more of the whole. Keep you updated on the development so far. But for now, enjoy the ambience, of course. But now that we are here at the government house, I don't know from now, we are expecting the governor to arrive right here and right with me here are women. Of course, I told you earlier that the environment has been fine. People are dancing, gyrating. They can't wait to get their governor back. And I have here one of the celebrants here who would love to speak with us. Man, what's her name?
My name is Princess Rachel Dakrifi Bikaduran from Okrika local government area.
So how do you feel about this whole excitement about the return of the governor of Rivers State?
It is electrifying. It is immeasurable. It is a day of thanksgiving to God and to the benefit of Rivers people. Rivers people and indeed other indigenes that reside in Rivers State. And of course, South Nigeria. My dear, I can't even express myself now because I don't know what to say. We are all on suspension. All of us who were simplified were on suspension. But now we're back. We are really looking good and thanking God. And that's it to the glory of God. It is not easy. We are happy. We are happy because at this point in time, I tell you, development will resume. And the grassroots women of River State will have, as a matter of urgency, good things coming to us from our team.
How has it been for the past 6 months in this state for you?
My dear, it's been 6 months of hell. 6 months of there is no activity. 6 months of, I don't know how I'm going to put it, but then God is God. What God cannot do does not exist.
All right, thank you very much. I think you can see the women are very fine. They are very happy. So they can't wait to get their governor back on. So I don't mind from now, we'll be expecting the arrival of the governor. Sasimna Ifubara will be making his entrance back to the government house after 6 months. Thank you very much.
Yes, as he comes back, we expect that he will do all that he used to do. He's a nice governor. He has been doing all the good works in the state, and everybody notices it. And it goes down to the grassroots, and everybody is happy with him. Now we are happy he's back, and he will do indeed all that he's supposed to do, and all that he has been doing. We know that he will do all of them.
Who knows that we live as the governors in the country? I wouldn't know. Apart from payment of workers' salary, I wouldn't know if anything happened in Rivers State. There has been no government in Rivers State for the past 6 months. What would it describe the whole 6 months suspension of the thing? What's the total? Rivers State was a suspect. That was a suspect. Rivers State was a suspect. We pray we don't have short days again. We pray we don't have short days again in Rivers State. Like other states, there have been no state of emergency declared anywhere. Who may quarrel, who may have misunderstanding, but let democratically elected government remain in place.
The people expressed satisfaction and joy, describing the governor's return as a restoration of democracy in the state. Many noted that the state had been in a state of uncertainty, with some describing it as a period of suspension. The general sentiment was that Governor Fubara's return has brought relief and renewed hope for progress. Some of those interviewed extended their gratitude to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for what they described as lifting the suspension, although the governor was not present at the time of filing this report. The return of Governor Fubara has been met with widespread jubilation, with residents looking forward to renewed development and progress under his leadership. The state's capital was filled with excitement and optimism as people celebrated the restoration of democratic order in Rivers State. You're still listening to News on Fastness News Port Harcourt. In part 2, after the break, when we return, we'll bring to you more details on the resolutions of the Rivers State House of Assembly at its first legislative sitting of the third section. On the foreign scene, Erica Keck named CEO of Turning Point USA. Please stay tuned. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, you are listening to News on First Next News Port Harcourt. Still in Rivers State, the House resolved as follows: to commend the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for restoring democratic institutions in the state; to declare that the House would continue to abide by all the terms of the peace party and the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in the interest of peace and good governance of Rivers State; to call on the Executive Governor of Rivers State, Sir Siminalayi Fubara, GSSRS, to forward the list of his nominees for appointment as commissioners into the State Executive Council in line with Constitution in terms of peace parley. To call on Governor to commence the process of coming up with an appropriation law for the remaining part of the year to address current realities. Ascertain what transpired in the last 6 months with regards to award of contracts and expenditures from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the state. To immediately outline the legislative agenda for the remaining part of the third section of the Third Assembly to reflect current realities. Moving on to the foreign scene, Erica Kirk has been named CEO of Turning Point USA, taking over the organization that her husband, late Charlie Kirk, helped found and led until his assassination last week. The move was announced by the organization's board in a post on X. The post said Charlie Kirk has in prior discussions made known that this is what he wanted in the event of his death. "We will not surrender or kneel before evil," board members said in a statement. "Will carry on." Charlie Kirk co-founded Turning Point USA in 2012 and transformed it into one of the most influential conservative organizations that was credited with galvanizing youth towards Donald Trump's MAGA movement. In her first remarks since her husband's assassination, Kirk said she was committed to continuing her husband's work and his legacy. "The movement my husband built will not die," Kirk said in her September 12 remarks. "My husband's mission will not end, not even for a moment," she said, vowing to continue the Americans' comeback tour of college campuses scheduled for this fall. That's all on the news this hour. We now bring you highlights of the top stories so far. Buhari's loyalists back Atiku dump APC for ADC ahead of 2027 election. We're brought to you in Rivers State resolutions of the Rivers State House of Assembly at its first legislative sitting of the third section. Still on Rivers State, we brought to you the Rivers community breathed sigh of relief over reinstatement of Governor Fubara. On the foreign scene, we brought to you that Erica Kirk named CEO of Turning Point, United States of America. For more stories and updates on political trends, you can follow us on our YouTube channel and kindly subscribe at First Next News. Do remember, democracy is the only system that persists in asking the powers that be whether they are the powers that ought to be. I am Becky Usoro. From me and the entire team in Port Harcourt, many thanks for watching. Bye for now.